Well, Tropical Storm Beryl continuing its barrel on through the southwestern Gulf of Mexico and heading near deep South Texas, but offshore. Take a look at the storm right now, and you can see still 300 miles or shy of it southeast of the Rio Grande Valley. It's got winds of 60 miles an hour and moving northwest at 13 miles an hour. See, it's made pretty good movement so far. Beryl is at 10 o'clock at 60 miles an hour, but again, it's going to move and take that curve on north. A couple of things working in the favor of that track: high pressure weakening off to the east and low pressure moving on into place north of the system, helping to draw it up. So that's just going to take it by the nose and pull it right along on toward about Port Lavaca there, east of Corpus Christi. And you can see it making landfall around about 3 or 4 in the morning. And that's going to be with winds of about 85 miles an hour. So that's worth noting that those folks are going to have to deal with quite a storm up there. But the good news is there's not so much in the way of population right there around Port Lavaca. But note this, that the forecast solutions, it's the spaghetti models, you know, all the different computer solutions all kind of woven together within that forecast track. Well, you can see now some of it heading on toward Galveston and Houston. So they're going to have a real tough time of it if they get a lot of rain pushed on into Houston at one time. I'm thinking of Tropical Storm Allison and certainly Harvey, that any type of real super heavy rain in a short period of time is a negative for the Houston area. For us, it's pretty much a tropical storm warning that remains in effect through tomorrow. That because we could very well see some tropical storm conditions with, don't forget, I mean, that's winds of 39 miles an hour or stronger. That could happen, certainly in the lower valley and along the coast. And the coastal concerns in terms of coastal flooding. So that tropical storm warning means that those conditions are expected within the next 36 hours. So that's why we have that warning up. 78 degrees at 7 o'clock, 79 at 8, and we're expecting lower valley and coastal rain to already be setting in, and then as the day wears on. Now, this chance for rain, in terms of the lower valley, is true to form. But in the upper valley, I don't think we're going to see a whole lot at all. North winds will be picking up as well, and we'll be lucky to hit 90 degrees. I think the better chance will be for you in the upper valley. Here's how it breaks down in terms of chance for rain. And you can see McAllen and Edinburgh, you've only got a 30% chance, whereas in the mid-valley, there's a 60% chance for Harlingen. Brownsville, 70%. You see how this is working? And closer to the coast, 80% chance for the wet stuff. And some could get heavy at times. I mean, it's tropical nature, and the bands wrapping around the storm will bring it on around. And again, remember, that's how the tropical situation works. We saw that with Alberto earlier in the season, that those bands just come like they're the hands on a clock, pushing around and around and around. But it's so far offshore that we're just not going to see a lot of penetration on into the mid and upper valley. Certainly not like we'd like. But it goes on, and to the north it goes. Now, some of the forecast data have it moving a little bit more to the east. That's something to take into consideration for those folks. Now, we're talking about potentially ½ an inch of rain around McAllen to 1 3/4 at Brownsville and 2½ inches around South Padre Island. That's it. That's 2 days ago, it was 7 to 10 inches for Pete's sake. And of course, the barely breeze, I like to play on words, barely breeze. Yeah, looking at maybe 40-mile-an-hour peak gusts coastal. And that would be tropical storm force strength, barely. But anyway, we're not expecting a huge direct impact, We're not expecting that. What we're expecting is coastal flooding potential and some strong winds coupled with some heavy rains on occasion. Now, don't forget, I want to remind everybody that when there's a major tropical event in the area, that sometimes the tropical energy and the circulation, I should say, can spawn weak, low-level tornado activity, especially water spouts, land spouts, and weak limited tornadoes. And we'll be cutting in for those as necessary if they pop. But they're very, very limited and are not much of a threat at all. But we want to keep you up to speed on those.
Get all those updates on valleycentral.com and
yes,
on air. Thanks, Brian. Well, the Valley Storm team is partnering with CBS 4 is partnering with the Salvation Army for a fan drive. You can donate a new fan to the Salvation Army's McAllen location, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, all the way up to Tuesday, July 16th. The fans will be collected and distributed to people in need on July 19th. You can help families beat the heat and donate a new fan.